Well, time to talk sports here on the AM show. My name is Benedict. It's always a pleasure joining in here. Well, we'll go straight into the stories this morning. It's match day 12 of the normalization special competition today, and Asante Kotoko will be hoping to end their recent winless run when they play host to 11 Wonders at the Baba Air Sports Stadium. It's not been that good for Kotoko in their last 2 games, drawing Bichim and also going away to lose to Ashanti Gold last Sunday. And it's a must-win game for them. But how about the other teams? Ashanti Gold wants to make it back-to-back wins as they go into their game against Idiana Stars at the Linkley Stadium. That game is supposed to be a home game for Idiana, but because of their ban from the Doma Park, that's why they are playing it at the Obuasi Linkley Stadium. And in other games, Brukum Chelsea will take on Bichim United in Brukum, and Ebuson Dwarfs will be up against Dreams FC at the Dansoman Karindorf Park. And you know what happened with the Ebuson Dwarfs last weekend when they played against Accra Folk at the Cape Coast Stadium? There were issues, and they've also been banned from using the Cape Coast Stadium. So that's why that game will be played at the Dansoman Park. There is Wafa Elmina Sharks in Sugakope. Accra Folk will face off Karela at the Accra Stadium. And in Tema, we have Interlice and Liberty Professionals. But there's some bit of issue with the normalization committee special competition. Venue media officers, VMOs, are saying that they are not going to be available for today's run of matches because they've not been paid their allowances. Well, we've got Anno Seth, who is venue media officer at the Karindorf Park in Dansoman. Is also part of that group. Seth, thanks so much for joining me. I've cited your petition to the normalization committee, but for the benefit of those that don't know what is in that petition, can you please take us through?
And so that's the first goal scored.
Hello, Anno.
This morning. Yeah, Benedict, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Let me say good morning to the listeners of Joy FM this morning. I think that the issue with venue media officers has to do with some kind of treatment we are receiving at the end of organized football in Ghana. And when I say that, I'm talking about the normalization committee, the regional subcommittee, the organizing committee of the special competition and all of that. We are unhappy because we think that our role and all of our activities that we engage in is being disregarded. Our major issue with the end of events is that we seem to not get any sort of correspondence from the organizers. Point is, we are major stakeholders in this in organizing football in this country, and some of us have done this for over 7 seasons consistently.
Okay, I want to understand something. So it's not just about money, but you have other issues, right?
Exactly. It is not just about money. Our biggest problem right now is the lack of communication between us and the organizers. The relationship is practically non-existent, and we do not understand why, as stakeholders in organizing football, we have to go through very daunting exercises in order to get communication from the organizers of the Ghana football.
Okay, so in terms of the specifics, what were you guys looking at that so far? You've not had anything from them?
Okay, we earlier petitioned them so that we can come to the table and engage in some kind of discourse around our activities. We did not get an appropriate response to that petition. And so and that petition contains the crux of the issue.
Okay, and you've not been paid as well.
Yes, exactly.
So does that mean that today the matches that will be played, you guys are not going to be around?
Exactly the point, because in our petition we said that what we needed was the correspondence. If it doesn't come, you probably shouldn't expect media officers going about doing their main job, because then if you are neglected, if you are not getting a response, I mean, what are you doing?
Okay,
why are you going to match venues?
Okay, I know. So your petition was sent yesterday. Have you had any response?
Hello, Benedict.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I was asking that you sent the petition to the NC yesterday. Have you heard from them?
We have not heard from them.
Okay.
And since we have not heard from them, it actually explains the height of what we are talking about, the disregard and neglect for our duties.
Okay, and finally, I know we are running out of time, so finally, you have an idea of how much they owe you guys?
Yes.
How much?
We are in the 12 weeks, and so for most of the media officers, we are expecting something around 700. A variation between around that area.
700 cedis. 700 cedis for how many VMOs?
For all the league centers. So you are talking about 16 Premier League clubs.
Yeah, we have 16, but no, we have 15 in this competition.
Exactly. So you're talking around 16 people.
Okay.
And then there are issues from the number 12, which we wanted resolved, which the normalization committee hasn't engaged us on. And that is why we continue to seek communication from that angle.
I know. Thank you very much. You guys are very important, so I'm sure your point is well noted. And as you've sent the petition, they definitely will get back to you. So that was Seth Ano. He's a venue media officer at the Dansoman Karinoff Park, and they've petitioned the normalization committee, and they are saying that they will not be available for today's round of matches in the competition. I've already given the fixtures. Asante Kotoko will be home to 11 Wonders, and other games as well will be played this afternoon, which later will bring you everything that you need to know. But we still have to stay here on the local scene and talk about Ghana football. Well, Toby Afede, who is the owner of Accra Heart of Folk, major shareholder of Accra Heart of Folk, was the guest of honor at this year's Sports Writers Association of Ghana Awards, which was held last Saturday. Well, during his speech, he talked about how stakeholders must step up to ensure we eradicate corruption from our game.
We have to fight corruption in our game. And you all agree, many of our associations have become gold mines to the leaders of those associations. And that is why many people fight tooth and nail to perpetuate their reign. That is why many people offer money to be voted into power. People offer money to be voted into positions are dangerous. We have to watch them. Because if they're offering money to be voted, they will be looking for money to repay the debts that they incur. And of course, evidence of corruption in our game is probably more than a generation old. I remember very well the report of the Justice Badebe Commission. I recall more recently the Justice Jamepe Commission report. And of course, many of you recall the Maputo findings. The reality is that a lot of the corrupt people thrive wherever there is chaos, so they create the chaos. They, for instance, can delay the submission of budgets for Ministry of Sports. So everything becomes an emergency, and then they profit. Then they airlift money to Brazil. We need to fight those tendencies that undermine the growth of our sports.
All right, so Toby Afede the 14th, at the SWAG Awards, urging stakeholders to do everything that they can to eradicate corruption in our game. Well, on the international stage, some transfer news, and Antoine Griezmann has confirmed that he's not going to be at Atletico Madrid after spending 5 seasons at the side. Well, he's likely to join Barca, but that is not the talk now. The talk now is that he has left Atletico Madrid. There is more in the following report put together by my colleague Asari Bidiako.
Antoine Griezmann has told Atletico Madrid he's leaving them, and Barcelona now looks set to sign the Frenchman for 120 million euros on July 1. Barcelona's humiliating elimination from the Champions League at the hands of Liverpool last week has been the trigger for the dramatic development. The Catalan club stepped up their efforts to sign the player they pursued and ultimately failed to sign last summer. Atletico Madrid coach Diego Simeone met with Griezmann on Tuesday, urging him to make a swift decision over his future and then requesting that he publicly announce it. Atletico wanted no repeat of last summer's soap opera, even though it ended with him staying at the club. In a meeting with the club chief executive Miguel Angel Gil, also present, Griezmann confirmed that he will be depositing his £104 million release clause with the club on July 1. He then posted a video on social media confirming his decision. Although there's no mention of his destination in Griezmann's message, the newcomer now looks almost certain to be his next stop. After a prolonged period of reflection, last summer the French international hired a company owned by Gerard Piqué to produce a video in which he announced he was staying at Atletico Madrid.
Well, that's how we end sports this morning here on the show. Thanks so much for your company. There's more sports at 2 on Sports Today, our major sports bulletin. I'm Benedict Osu. Enjoy the rest of our programs after this short break.